Yo, what is up, you guys? So today we're going to be talking about the top 5 most unusual throws you can do in disc golf and how to use them. Now I'm just going to warn you that number 1 is practically useless for anyone that throws backhand and sidearm consistently, but anyways, let's get right into it. Now the first throw is the thumber or the tomahawk. So what's going to happen for either of these throws is the same result, is that when you throw it, it's going to go slightly opposite side of the rim. So if you're going to throw a thumber, it's going to go left, but then it's going to finish right. And depending on what disc you throw, it might go more right or way more left. Honestly, I can't really throw a thumber that well, as you can see here. But I can throw a tomahawk about like 300 or something. But something I really like to do is I like to take putters or something, especially for upshots. And I throw a tomahawk on a huge angle like this, and it'll just hook to the right and pretty much just go straight. That's just my little upshot thing. It helps a lot. Sometimes I can do it off the tee, but I wouldn't do that over sidearm or something like that, only if I'm messing around. But honestly, throwing a tomahawk with a putter is pretty awesome. But the reason it's number 5 is because normally you don't see people throw this off the tee unless it's a really specific hole. Now there are some people who will throw it in an open field and that's their main drive, and I feel like those people are really uncommon, so that's why I put it at number 5. But anyways, guys, let's move on to the next one. Now the next one is a little less common than that, and that is when people are dominant with one hand but they throw with their opposite hand. Now there really isn't too much to show for this, just because I mean they're just going to be throwing backhand or sidearm. You know, it's just going to be the same thing but with your opposite hand. Now usually if someone is doing this, it's because their main hand is like injured, or their arm or something like that, so they have to learn with their other hand if they want to just keep playing for the couple months of recovery that they have to sit through. But I will say it's kind of interesting to think about, because for me, I throw sidearm really well and I can throw backhand, but if I could throw left-handed sidearm the same as my right-handed sidearm, that would probably change my game. Now we're getting to some pretty crazy territory with these next 3, so let's get right into it. Now, number 3 is actually how I putt, and it's called turbo putt. So you throw it overhead like this, and for me, it feels like a real putt, right? Like, I'm not going to go 50 feet past, and I have amazing control over it. I know I can where pro side is. You know, I know how to throw it down in the basket. I have a lot of confidence with it, and I feel like I can generate enough power within like 80 feet where I can just throw straight at the basket, and it usually goes in. Now something I like to do with turbo putts is, if I'm behind like a bush, if you throw like this, it's just going to go kind of like straight, and it's hard to throw like down into the basket if there's something in your way. So what I like to do sometimes is I actually like to throw it upside down, so it'll just straight up drop over the bush. And I actually used to putt like that really close up. I would just throw it upside down. It's actually not a bad idea. I was actually thinking about getting back into throwing upside down when I'm close, just so I don't even have to worry about it. Yeah, I think when you throw a disc upside down, it doesn't tend to like glide at all. It's just mostly just gonna drop towards the face of the disc. And that's really important for our next shot, so let's get right into it. Shot number 2 is the grenade. Now the grenade is like backhand, but it's upside down. So basically you put your thumb on the bottom of the disc, but you have the face of the disc pointing down and your fingers are on the face of the disc. And what this is good for is you throwing it high and getting it over something that you can't really throw a good overhead for. Sometimes it just feels more comfortable, especially if it's like like a close upshot or something. You gotta throw it really high and just have it drop. And also, I think you can do this with sidearm, but maybe it just doesn't work as well. But the reason this is number 2 is because I almost never see anyone throw this shot, even for an upshot. You know, there's at least gonna be like someone throwing like a roller out of there, or like some sort of like crazy spot, but you really rarely ever see a grenade of any kind on the course, and that's why it's number 2. Okay, so it's hard to see me way in the back. You can see me walk into the spot. So I'm just basically trying to throw over this tall tree to the basket. And the first throw, I'm actually throwing the sidearm grenade, and that just plain goes straight down, and that is actually super close. Now I'm going with the backhand grenade. You'll see it come over. Now I actually threw it a little too far straight, and it was a little bit far away, a little bit farther than I wanted, but the sidearm one actually worked really well. I've actually never tried the sidearm shot, but I'm definitely going to add it to the types of shots that I would actually throw, because that actually worked really well, and it flew a lot better than I expected. I thought it wouldn't go very far at all, but all I had to do was put a lot of hyzer on it, and it just went just how I wanted it to. So number 1 is the chicken wing. Now I had to search on YouTube for a while to find a video of someone throwing it, because I know there are actually pros who will drive with a chicken wing, but basically how you hold it. Now I don't know if this is actually the correct way because I don't throw this ever. Basically you have your thumb on the bottom and you put your hand on top like this, right? And then you come like this, kind of like over top. I'm not saying there's a right way or a wrong way to do it. Basically it flies just like sidearm. So the only reason I can see anyone ever throwing a chicken wing, unironically like actually throwing a chicken wing, is either they developed it and it's like their main drive, right? Like some of these pros out there actually throw a chicken wing as their drive and they can throw it pretty far. Or you have a really hard time throwing sidearm, or like some injury or something in your forearm or something like that, so you can't throw sidearm, so you throw chicken wing and backhand or something like that. I mean, I've never actually seen anyone throw it as a drive or any shot on a course ever in person. I've only seen it in videos, and the only time I have ever actually seen this in person is when I'm doing it like on a practice basket or something, and then everyone starts doing it with me and we try to see if anyone can make one. And honestly, I have not even made one chicken wing putt yet. So I couldn't actually find the video that I wanted to show you guys related to the chicken wing. So there was this video where all these disc golfers were thrown to a CTP and Paul Macbeth was there, but then there was this one guy throwing a chicken wing, and I don't think this is the same guy in the video that I'm gonna show, because I just wanted to show someone who could actually throw a chicken wing pretty decently. So this is a clip of someone throwing a chicken wing drive. If you want to look it up, just look up chicken wing disc golf. It's the very first video. Also, if you do look up chicken wing, I'm pretty sure it's mostly an ultimate throw. It's not really much of a disc golf throw, so that also explains why you don't really see it on the course. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys want a tutorial on how to turbo putt, because that is my main putt and I can definitely teach you guys. Or if for some reason you're one of the very few that throw a chicken wing, please comment down below. I'd love to hear what I'm doing right or doing wrong, because it's always nice to learn something new about disc golf after you've been playing for so long and you think you know everything, but clearly like the chicken wing is not my territory. Anyways guys, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.